on agri-science. Today we have two topics. Remember, we are studying forest and forest uses as our main topic. We have already treated the meaning of forest, types of forest. Today we are going to treat two topics, hoping that we can finish them. The first one is forest resources. Forest resources. And the second topic will be uses of forest resources. In other words, forest resources and their uses. Okay. Now let's begin with forest resources. I hope that topic is clear. What kind of values are obtainable from forests? In the forest, there are so many types of values. And remember, those values have their uses. We shall come to that. What kind of values are obtainable from forests? That is what we mean by forest resources. In the forest, for example, we obtain the following resources. We obtain trees from forests. Such trees like iroko, obeche, mahogany, and other kind of trees are all obtainable from forests. And those trees are sources of timber and timber products for various uses. Then wildlife is another forest resource. Wildlife. By wildlife, we properly mean wild animals. Not that trees have not life. The trees have life, but by wildlife, we refer to wild animals that roam about in the forest and use the forest as their home. We obtain wildlife, that's wild animals from forests. And such wild animals, in their various kinds, supply us with such products as hides and skin, hides and skins, horns, mpiano. Remember horns and hoofs. With the hoofs of cattle and sheep. They have their uses. And such horns and hoofs are obtainable from forests. Also, we obtain ivory, usually obtained from elephants and from the elephant tusks. Bones from all sorts of wild animals. And then protein nutrients. They are all obtainable from wild life. That's from wild animals. And they are all forest resources. Then fruits. There are a variety of wild fruits and vegetables rich in vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. All are obtainable from forests. Forests supply us with fruits and vegetables. And fruits and vegetables are sources of vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. trace elements. Trace elements are such elements that are needed by the body in small quantities, such as iodine. Iodine is needed just in small quantity. The body doesn't want it in large quantity. Such elements required by the body in small quantities are known as trace elements. Okay. And then we also get useful herbs from forests. You know, the forest is made up of all sorts of herbs and roots, which serve as medicine for curing of different kinds of diseases. And then shelter. Remember, all these are forest resources, useful values, resources obtainable from forests. Shelter. Materials for making shelter for human home, such as timber and wooden poles, and other materials for building thatched houses. Thatched houses. You know what is thatched houses? Thatched houses are unakirika tupu amụọ ụlọ anyị na-ebi na gbamgbam. Anyị na-ebibu under thatched houses. Thatched houses. Thatched houses. T-H-A-T-C-H-E-D. Thatched houses. Before we were born, we were not living in zincs. We were living in thatched houses. Thatched houses. That is houses built with grass. Houses built with mud and roofed with grasses. Such houses are known as thatched houses. And okay, there are materials for making shelter. Thatched houses, for example, are obtainable from forests. Not only that forests provide materials for making shelter for man, forests also provide shelter. They also provide shelter for wild animals in their various kinds. So these are forest resources. We move to the second part of our lesson. Not only are we required to know forest resources, I've mentioned them and taught them, explained them. We also required to know the uses of these forest resources. That's why our larger theme is forest resources and their uses. So we have treated forest resources and enunciated them and explained them. Now let us turn to uses of forest resources. Now part of the uses that could not be contained in this large board is extended to this part of the other board. Okay, we have 11 uses of forest resources. 11 uses of forest resources. Remember, when we were mentioning forest resources, we mentioned trees. Trees are sources of timber. Trees provide us with timber. Some timbers are exported as logs. By logs, we mean tree trunks. Long trees sawn into trunks. They are known as logs. Okay. Some timbers are exported as logs. They are transported on rivers by lumbering them. Lumbering means packing of logs of timber, trunks of timber on big rivers, and then somebody standing on one of them, and then canoeing using the one he's standing upon as canoe, and then with his and then pushing the rest along till he reaches his destination. He uses a stick as paddle, standing on one long log, that trunk of wood. He uses a stick as paddle to transport them till he reaches the country he wants to travel to. Some of the logs, that is tree trunks, are sawn into timber, are sawn into planks, and still transport and still sold. The timber can be sawn into trunks, that is logs, and sold. And some of the logs can be sawn into planks and the ponies, or sold, exported abroad. For such uses as furniture, housing, plywood, and other timber products. I hope you are following. Okay. 2. Electric poles and railway sleepers. You must have seen a railway line. You see short pieces of timber upon which the railway line lies on. Have you seen railway line before? Railway line. This is one line, this is another line. They are all lying upon pieces of timber. They are known as sleepers. To carry the railway line. To keep the railway line steady. Okay. So electric poles, you know what electric poles? Some electric poles are made with cement, but others are made of tree trunks. And then other are made of tree trunks. And then remember, tree is also tree parts sawn into planks are also used as railway sleepers. 3. Sources of income. Yes, the government naturally plants certain trees for intending them to be used for electric poles. And some of them are also grow into large trees, iroko, obeche, and sold into timber and sold to other countries and obtain money, income by themselves. And then that enriching the government for use of her various projects. Then fiber is any kind of material for making rope, for example, and for making sacks. You must have heard of the plant known as jute. Jute is a plant And the material obtained from jute is making of jute bag and aji. Eji agba rice a na-egote bubata gbacha rice na aji. Akpa a na-agba rice na ya wee bubata ka a na-akpọ jute bags. Jute bags. It is obtained from jute. All plant akọrọ with jute. Ewete esokwe ebetecha ya esokwe na mmiri ọnụ ihe dịka 4 days ore asachita fiber raw material fiber. Some of them used for making rope and some of them used for making jute bags. And then latex is jute. Latex is jute. Sorry, is juice obtained from the bark of trees. Juice, J-U-I-C-E, juice. Latex is juice. Latex is juice obtained from bark of trees. For example, rubber. R-U-B-B-E-R, rubber is plant, and the latex obtained from the bark of rubber plant is used in making tires and tubes. Latex, etenya ka na-ete nkwụ, the juice. That juice obtained from the bark of rubber plant is known as latex. And then there are also other forest resources like gum obtained from trees. All trees now make gum, and then resin oils and other plant products. They are all forest materials for various uses. Latex, for example, used for making tires and tubes, and other rubber materials. And then source of medicinal herbs. Forest supplies us with materials for medicine, known as medicinal herbs. I've told you already that all sorts of herbs and roots and the bark of trees and plants in the forest are all medicine. They are all medicinal. It's only that one has not been wise enough to know the various diseases that can be cured by each of them. They are all medicinal. So forest provides us with resource materials for medicine. Forest is a source of, provides us with medicinal herbs. 6. Soil protection and erosion control. Soil protection and erosion control. Yes, forest cover the soil is a very important use of forest. Forest cover the soil and protect the soil from being eroded by surface runoff. Flood water running on the surface of the soil. The forest prevent such floods from carrying away the surface of the soil, causing erosion. So forest therefore protect the soil from erosion, from erosion and surface runoff. Therefore, forests are sources of soil protection from erosion. The provision of raw materials. Many industrial raw materials are obtainable from forests, such as hides and skin, wood pulp. In manufacturing, paper, white paper, blue paper, all sorts of paper have their raw materials for making them obtained from wood. For example, melina. Can you spell melina? where do I write it? Melina. Melina. That's the spelling of Melina. Melina is, remember, Melina is forestry, and it is popularly used for making paper. When the trunk of Melina is cut, it is taken to mill and crushed into fine powder, then mixed with water and colored, then turned well and sprayed out. That becomes paper. Aqua paper your notebook is paper made from Melina. When Melina is milled into powder, is taken to the mill and crushed into powder, and then with some water added and turned, you get a liquid that looks like pap, as thick as pap. Such liquid is known as wood pulp. Na into thin layer, it becomes paper when dry. So until it becomes dry, when it is still in liquid form, crushed in machine, and then with water added and turned, it is put in a form of liquid material known as wood pulp for making paper. Melina is popular for making such wood pulp for paper making. Okay, and remember, Melina is timber. And timber is obtained from forest trees like Melina is tree. When sawn into pieces, into logs, it is timber. And then when the timber is crushed in machine with water added and turned, it becomes wood pulp for making paper. The paper can be in various colors, but the color doesn't matter, because when they add the pigment color, it gives them the type of paper color they want. So, forests provide us with raw materials for paper making, for example. Okay. And then hides and skins. They are all raw materials obtainable from forest. You know, hides and skins are used in making shoes and belts and other footwears, all sorts of footwears, and handbags for ladies and women. Okay. Employment opportunities. Yes, forests serve as employment opportunities, because, take for example, some people can be employed in the zoo. Pure wildlife is kept. I told you that by wildlife we mean wild animals. So wild animals are kept in the zoo, and when you go to the zoo, a man-made forest is created, under which wild animals of various types, where they are kept and reared for people to go and see them as means of recreation. Some people have to be in such man-made forest, the zoo, and some people working there are employed, and their employment gains them money for running of their life. And the employment can be in various forms and capacities. Some will work as gate men, So we work as laborers, clearing various grounds for doing so many things. So that in such a way, forests provide employment opportunities in various types and capacity, in various types and at various levels and capacities. Modification of environment, yes. Modification of environment. Forests modify environment. Forests modify environment. Forests beautify environments and modify them. You see, some forests can be adapted and influenced to provide a kind of service they are wanted. For example, around homesteads, you know what homestead means. Forests make their environments suitable and conducive for both wild animals and for man. You see, man around his homesteads can plant some trees to help to cool his environment. A homestead is an environment where various homes where various houses are built in the same large compound. Such large compound made up of various houses are known as homesteads, where people live. And so in such places, they create man-made environment. They plant certain trees to make the environment cool, especially during hot weather, to make it conducive for human habitation. So when such forests are influenced by man by planting certain suitable trees, they are said to have been modified. Is a modified forest, altered forest, influenced forest, adapted forest to suit human habitation around homesteads. There are uses of forests. Okay. Number 10. Provision of fuel. Provision of fuel. You know, by fuel needn't mean the type we put into cars and move them, no? Firewood, for example, is fuel to provide heat energy for cooking. Okay. So in forest we get energy source in form of firewood for cooking. And some of them can also be sold to earn money. Okay. Now, grazing ground, yes. Pastures, for example. A pasture is an area of land where grasses and leguminous herbs and leguminous crops are planted intentionally for feeding grazing livestock like cattle and sheep. Some natural pastures planted by nature provide grazing area known as pasture for wild animals and for domesticated animals like grazing animals such as cattle and sheep. So all these are uses of forests, are uses of forest resources. Okay. I hope you understood the lesson. That's how we have treated forest resources and the uses of forest resources.